practice is very well established in the arts like music and theater and dance, very well established in sports, teams that wake up early and train to elevate their performance, but probably in businesses we forgot about the power of practice, and we invest so much money in industrial capabilities, in systems, in information, in software, and we don't allow our people to practice and to truly master what they do, and we end up using just a little percentage of its true potential. So if someone wants to learn the piano, every day they have to sit in the piano, get to know the instrument, do a series of exercises like scales, arpeggios, exercises like canon. And every day you have to sit in the piano and do these exercises over and over again. You get tired of doing those exercises, but if you don't do them in a disciplined way, you will never, ever get to play the piano with mastery. There are no shortcuts. It's the only way to do it. Practice makes perfect. Practice, 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 practice. And then practice, in order for it to be impactful and effective, has to be combined with the virtue of perseverance. Because if you're disciplined for a week or a month or a year, in the big scheme of things, it's not enough. You have to be consistently disciplined. What usually happens when someone's learning to play the piano is that they start, and probably one of the first things they learn is something very simple, probably something with the right hand, something like. And then you practice and practice and practice, and a few weeks later, your teacher tells you you're ready to learn something like a minuet from Bach, like. And then you practice and practice, and 1 month later, your teacher tells you you're ready to learn something like Mozart's Piano Sonata in C major, which Mozart wrote when he was 5. Imagine how brilliant he was, and you learn something like. And usually what happens is that you reach this point where you can play a little bit of Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, and you get stuck. You never learn another song. You will play the same 3 songs forever and ever. Probably all of those of you who laughed only played 2 or 3 songs in the piano. And one of the true characteristics of a virtuoso is that they are always challenging themselves to get out of that comfort zone, to work on new songs, to improve, to work on those 3 bars that are difficult to play and play them and play them and play them and to perfection them, and then you come up with something more difficult, more challenging. And also when you're writing music, imagine Beethoven sitting in the spring, of 18-something in Vienna, ready to write his 6th symphony. He's getting out of his comfort zone to produce something truly extraordinary. We should challenge ourselves to get out of our comfort zones, because most probably, we are all in our comfort zones, doing what we do good enough, but not in an extraordinary way. And I think we're in a perfect moment in history, in time, to start thinking differently. I'm going to explain that a little bit further down the road. When you practice with perseverance, you become experts. Erickson, in his book Peak, introduced the idea of the famous 10,000 hours for becoming experts in your fields. Many years later, Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, he coined this idea and gave the example of the Beatles. He shared, probably all of you who read his books, that one of their first gigs was playing in this bar in Germany every night, from Sunday to Sunday, from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And it was those long hours playing their songs over and over again that made them sound better, write better, compose better. They became true experts, and the rest is history. And this number is probably just illustrative, but it gives us an idea that it takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of intentionality in truly becoming experts in our fields.